Okay, students, good morning to all of you. So, in today's class, we are going to discuss some problems on Coulomb's law. Okay, yeah. So, first, let us revise the Coulomb's law form, scalar form of Coulomb's law. When two charges are there, Q and one more thing, Q. Let us suppose Q1 and Q2. And these two charges, if they are separated by some distance, small r, the force of attraction or repulsion between these two charges is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 by r square we know. This may be attractive force or repulsive force. If the two charges are positive charges, repulsive force will be there. If the two charges are opposite charges, then attractive force will be there. Okay. So on this format, let us see objective problems, JEE and NEET problems. Let us suppose here we are having two balls like this. Okay, two balls whose masses are m and m like this, and these two balls are given some charge to them, something q1 and q2 charges are given to them, and both the charges are, let us suppose positive charges are given. Then what happened, Anna? These two are suspended from a rigid ceiling like this. What happened between these two charges? The repulsive force will be there, no? Okay, so due to that repulsive force, what happened? These two balls, they will repel each other like this. Means they will go like this. They will become like this. This is Q1 charge, this is Q2 charge. Yes or no? Yes. So the system will become like this. So at that time, what will be the angle between the two charges? They may ask. Yes, let us suppose the distance between these two charges. Let us suppose L length is there between these two. And here charge Q1 is there, here charge Q2 is there, let us suppose. Okay. Points, objective points. Okay. Now, let us suppose each charge is having mass m and m, and angle with which they are making with the vertical is something theta, let us suppose. Theta angle they are making, let us suppose. Okay. So in equilibrium position, when they are in this state, what will be the angle here it is making, or what is the tension in the string which is suspended here? How much tension will be there? These are things they may ask you. So how to solve that problem? Simple technique, Nana. See, one thing what you need to do is draw free body diagram. FBD you draw, free body diagram you draw, you will get the answer. Okay, yeah. Any one of the charge you take. This is angle theta, means this is also angle theta. Let us suppose if these two balls are repelled such that angle with which they are making with the vertical is theta angle, then what will be this theta angle, or what will be the tension produced in the string? They may ask you. Okay, such that the distance between these two spherical balls is small l. What is tension in the string if you want to find? Simple technique, draw FBD. Okay, yeah, FBD I am drawing. See, this is mass m, ball of mass m. Okay, now on this how many forces are acting? See here, in this direction tension T is there. In this direction tension T is there. Okay, let us draw one vertical here. Let us draw one vertical here. Yes, these two are verticals. If this is theta, then this is also theta. Correct? Is it correct what I am writing? Yes. Now this is tension and it is a vector. We can resolve this tension into two components like this. This one and this one. So one is here, its component is T cos theta. You know this resolving a vector, you know this point. Okay, this T can be resolved into two components. One is T cos theta, where angle is there, and perpendicular to that T sin theta. In this direction, T sin theta will be there. Okay. Yes. Still, what are the forces are acting on this? One force, weight is acting vertically downward. Weight of this spherical ball, mg, is acting vertically downward. Okay. And electrostatic repulsive force also will be there. Which direction? Repulsive force due to Q1 on Q2. One force is there, repulsive force, that is in this direction. Okay, that I am writing electrostatic force Fe. Later I will write that value 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 by distance between them L square, or if this is R square. Okay, now FBD draw. FBD, I have to show all the forces which are acting on that spherical object. One is weight vertically downward. Okay, mg is acting vertically downward, and vertically upward T cos theta is acting here in a horizontal direction. In this direction T sin theta is acting, and in this direction Fe is acting. Electrostatic repulsive force is acting. Okay, now as this spherical ball is in equilibrium condition, equilibrium condition means the net force acting on it should be zero. Net force acting on it should be zero along the x-axis and along the y-axis. Okay, yes. So what is the net force acting on x-axis? Should be zero. That means T sin theta should be equal to electrostatic repulsive force. Yes, this should be equal to this. Then only it will be in horizontal direction here. And one more point, vertically also force should be zero. Fy should be zero. That means T cos theta should be equal to mg. This is equation number 1 you take, this is equation number 2 you take. Okay, divide both the equations. Equation 1 divide with equation 2. What you will get? You will get T sin theta divided by T cos theta is equal to Fe divided by mg. Fe means what? Electrostatic repulsive force. T cancel. You will get tan theta. Tan theta is equal to Fe by mg. Clear? If you want to find theta, then you can find tan theta. Tan theta is Fe by mg. And as we know, Fe value is this 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 by R square. Substitute, you will get the answer. Are you getting, students? I think so you are understanding the point. Okay, so tan theta is equal to Fe value how much? K Q1 Q2 by R square divided by mg. Here K means what? 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. Instead of writing 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught, I am writing K, so that it will be easy for me to write. Okay, yeah. And if you want theta can be written as tan inverse of K Q1 Q2 by mg R square. Yes, this will be the theta. So no sir, we don't want theta, we want the value of tension. How much here? We want that value. If we want that value, then yeah. So Abhay is asking that question only. Yes, how to find T, sir? Yes, take two equations, equation 1 and equation 2. Add square equation 1 and square equation 2 and add both of them. Equation 1 take square it. Equation 2 you take square it and add both the equations. Equation 1 what, Nana? Equation 1 is T sin theta. Square it. T square sin square theta. Equation 2 square plus add T square cos square theta. Left hand side added, right hand side also we should add. That is Fe square plus m square g square. This square plus mg whole square. Okay, now we are having T square sin square theta plus T square cos square theta. Okay, yes, take T square common from both of these. You will get sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to Fe square plus mg whole square if you can write, or m square g square, both are same. Okay, then this will become what? T square is equal to fe square plus mg square, mg whole square. Then T is under root of fe square plus mg whole square. Yes, this will be the answer. Got it, students? Yes, this is how we need to find tension in a string. And what is the angle that a spherical ball is making due to that repulsive force? Okay, clear? Very good. All the students are understanding now. This is objective point, important. JEE students and NEET students, both JEE and NEET students, you need to understand this concept, and CET students also, however. Good. So how to find tan theta, means what angle it is making, how to find tension, and how to find electrostatic force. These all things understood, no? Electrostatic force finding is very easy. How much angle they are making, how much distance they are getting repulsed. Why Lalit Kumar is asking why to square equations are to get this answer. We need to square to get T. We want T, no. To get the T, we need to square them. If you square them, you will get one identity, trigonometric identity. This value is 1. So T square into 1 is T square. We can get T from that. Okay? Yeah. Important point, students. Everyone, you must see in your objective material which I have sent already, beginner box 2 you see, or before that beginner box 2, some illustrations are there. Work out that illustrations. Same like this one example is there. After that, beginner boxes also some problems are there on this topic. Clear? Okay, sir. Fine. Next, one more concept. This one concept, Nana, you need to understand this one. Next. Principle of superposition. This point already we have discussed in last year, means in your waves chapter. What is that? I'm not understanding what you are saying. Don't disturb the class, Abhay. If you want to say something, clearly mention. Sir, this check is very big. What is that check? Huh? Yeah. So principle of superposition means what? See, for suppose there are some different number of charges are there. Huh. Okay. Now let us suppose here Q1 charge is there, here Q2 charge is there, here Q3 charge is there, something Q4 charge is there. Like this, so many number of charges are there. Let us suppose. Okay. Yes. Now between any two charges, a electrostatic, attractive, or repulsive force will be there. Clear? Yes. Now, what is the force between these two charges? Let us suppose distance between them is something R12. Okay? And distance between these two is R14. Let us suppose distance between these two is R13. Let us suppose. The distance is from Q1 charge, Q2, Q3, Q4 charges are this much distance. Now, between Q1 and Q2, a force will be there. How much force will be there? Force between 1 and 2 is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 by R12 square. This much force is there. Now, due to the presence of another two charges on Q1, still some more force will be there. But the force between these two charges, 1 and 2, will not be affected by presence of these two charges. Are you understanding? See, for example, you see human relations. For example, one girl and one boy is there. Between them, some relation will be there, let us suppose. If some third person enters in between them, the relation between means the love and affection between the two persons may affect somewhat. It may decrease due to third person, but it will not happen in charges. whatever the force will be there between these two charges Q1 and Q2 will not be affected by, it may be attractive force or it may be repulsive force. How much force is there? This much force. This value cannot be affected by presence of other charges. But net force on one charge, force will be there on one due to third charge, that is K Q1 Q3 by R13 square, and force will be there on one charge due to fourth charge also, K Q1 Q4 by R14 square. So total force on first charge, how much? Total force on first charge is force on first charge due to second charge plus force on first charge due to third charge plus force on first charge due to fourth charge, and these two vector summation. Like this, we can get net force on a one charge. Okay, this is called as principle of superposition. That means if a number of charges are interacting with each other, then net force on one charge particle is equal to vector sum of, how it is? See, arrow mark I have written. Vector sum of all the forces acting on that charge particle. But here the force between any two charges cannot be affected by the presence of another charge. Okay, how much force is there between two charges? That much will be there. But due to third charge, this force value will not be affected. But on one charge, net force will be somewhat different. Clear? So net force on one charge is equal to summation of, how it is, scalar summation or vector summation? Vector summation of all the forces acting on a charge particle. Okay, this is called as principle of superposition. I hope you understand it very clearly. Okay, so on this topic, let us solve some problems. Let us suppose we are having one triangle like this. We are having one triangle. Okay, and sides of these triangles are A. Let us suppose. Imagine it is an equilateral triangle. Okay, now on its three corners, let us suppose three charges are there, Q1, Q2 and Q3. Three charges are there. Okay, now my question is, what is the force on Q3 charge? How much force is acting on Q3 charge? This we need to find. Okay, this we can find according to principle of superposition. How? See, one point, force, it is a vector quantity. How it is acting, we need to check first. On Q3, imagine that all are positive charges only. Imagine first all are positive charges. You can take positive or any one negative also you can take. I will show you that also. I will explain you force on centroid also. Wait. Okay. Yeah. Now on Q3, due to Q2, which type of force? Both are positive charges. A repulsive force will be there. So force on Q3 is this side. Force on third charge due to second charge is that side. Okay, sir. This side, okay, direction. Value how much, sir? Force on third charge due to second charge. Value is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. Third charge is Q3. Second charge is Q2. Divided by distance between them is A. So A square. This much value. In which direction? Imagine it is x-axis, means in the direction of x-axis. Okay, fine, sir. Okay, on Q3, due to Q1, a force will be there. Which type of force? Again, repulsive force will be there. In which direction, sir? Always force, electrostatic force is a central force. It will act along the line joining their centers in this direction. Towards or away, because both the charges are positive charges. Both the charges are positive charges. It will be in this direction. This force on third charge due to first charge. Okay, sir. What is the value? Force on third charge due to first charge. Value is again K. Third charge is Q3 and first charge is Q1 by distance between these two, how much, sir? Is A again. A square. So net force we want. Net force on Q3 charge is nothing but force on third charge due to second plus force on third due to 1. But vector summation according to principle of superposition. According to principle of superposition, net force on a one charge particle is equal to vector sum of all the forces acting on the charge particle. Okay? Yes. Let us suppose this angle is theta. Imagine this angle is theta. Then this angle also definitely theta angle. Is it correct what I am saying? Clear? Yes, sir. Fine. Okay. Now these are two vectors which are making some angle theta between these two. How to write resultant of these two? Yes, we know very simple. Parallelogram law of vector addition. We can take one vector is p bar, another vector is q bar. Angle between them is something angle theta. Then what is the resultant? Root of p square plus q square plus 2pq cos theta. Same as it is. So force on third charge is nothing but under root of F32 whole square plus F31 whole square p square plus q square no plus 2pq cos theta plus 2 into F32 F31 cos of angle theta between them. Yes, this is the value. But cos theta value how much, sir? Yeah. So we need to see cos theta value how much. Okay, very simple. This is what, Nana? Or simply you can say these all angles, these are all sides are equal. Means it is an equator triangle. Means this angle theta is 60 degrees. Means theta is 60 degrees you can say. So cos 60 we can write directly. Cos 60 degrees we can write. Clear, students? Are you understanding? Okay. Yeah. So we can write. See these two values. Magnitude wise, both the values are same or not? No. These two to these one. So we need to write that values. If you take all the charges are equal, Q1, Q2, Q3 are all equal, then this is like this. Means Q square. This is also Q square. If I call this is F, this is also F. Means it will become root of F square plus 2F square cos 60 is 1 by 2. 1 by 2, 1 by 2 cancel. You will get under root of F square plus F square plus F square is 3F square. Means under root of F. Root 3 into F. What is F value? KQ square by S square. Yes, this will be the answer. So this is how we need to find. Okay. Clear, students? Now let us take square also. Let us take a square. So try to solve, Nana. All of you take pen and paper and try to solve. Students, 32 students are there. Less members today. See, I am taking attendance. Second year it is now. You should be very serious. Okay. I am taking attendance. I am taking screenshot of these. How many members are joined? I will note down your attendance. Be careful. Okay. Now let us imagine we are having a square like this. All sides are equal. A. And on all the corners, imagine Q charge is here. Q charge is present on 4 corners. Let us suppose like this. Q charges Q equal charges are there, and all the charges are of alike, same nature. Both all are positive charges. Let us suppose first. Okay, all are positive charges. Let us suppose are present on 4 corners. Okay, I want what is the force on this? What is the force on this charge at corner A, B, C, D? What is the force on corner B? We need to find. On B corner, charge is there. On that charge, how much force is acting? We need to find. Okay? Yes. So one thing what you need to do is first to find force directions. First to find force direction. Okay? Yes. On this Q2, due to charge at Q, due to charge at A, which type of force? Repulsive force. It is in this direction. Yeah. Okay. charge force on Q due to charge at A in the direction. Okay. Next, due to charge at C on this charge, force is in this direction. That is FC. Clear? Yes. Next, due to charge at D, force at this charge is in this direction. That is FD. These are the three forces acting on this charge. Due to remaining these three charges on this charge, these three forces are there. Okay. What is the value of force at A? What is the value of force due to A? 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. This charge into charge at A, that is Q, by distance between them is A. Means KQ square by A square. This is the value. Next, what is the force on charge due to charge at B? Again, K Q1, this charge into Q2 at B. Charge how much? Again Q. Q square divided by distance between these two how much? What is the distance between these two? Anna? This is A, this is A means this value of what? Hypotenuse, no, it is. Clear? Opposite side, adjacent side, opposite side. This value will be root 2A. Correct? Yes. Yes. So root 2A whole square means it will be KQ square by 2A square. Next, force due to charge at C. Value how much? Again, K Q1 value, this charge, Q2 value at C. Again, Q charge is there. So Q into Q square divided by distance between these two charges how much? A square. Now we are having three forces. One is this, another one is this, another one is this. See, these two forces are equal. KQ square by square, KQ square A square. Why? Because distance is equal and charges are same. And these two forces are perpendicular to each other. Resultant of these two will be in this direction, as you know. Resultant of these two will be in this direction. How much it is? So, resultant of, first find resultant of force due to a charge at A and force due to charge at C is, I am taking F, that value is under root of, when two forces, equal forces are making 90 degrees angle between them, then their resultant is root 2F. Do you know? In vectors, we have studied. Okay? Yeah, directly shall I write? Or shall I make you to understand? One force is in this direction, F. Another force is in this direction, that is also F. Angle between these two is 90 degrees. Resultant what, Nana? F resultant is under root of F square plus 2 into F cos 90 degrees. Cos 90 is 0. So everything will be 0. F square plus F square is 2 times of F square is nothing but root 2 times of F. Means resultant of that both the value is root 2 times of F. What is F? F is nothing but KQ square by A square. Now FR. Now these two are not there now. In this direction FR is there. Value is root 2 times of KQ square by A square. And one more FD is also there. This is FD. FD is also is there. Okay. So that resultant value is FR plus FD. Both are in the same direction. Net force. Net force is FR plus FD. Both are in the same direction. No, just simply we can add them. Okay. Yeah. So resultant force is FR value root 2 times of KQ square by A square plus FD value KQ square by 2 times of A square. Okay, yeah, k q square by a square we can take common, you will get the answer. Yes, this is the final answer. So this type of questions we can solve according to one one concept that is called as principle of superposition. So principle of superposition says that when number of forces are interacting with each other, net force on a one particular charge particle is equal to vector sum of all the forces acting on the charge particle. How many charges are there? All the charges are acting force on it. Along the directions, we should add them. According to vectors, we should add. Then you will get a net force. That we call it as principle of superposition. Okay? Clear, students? Yeah. So now let us see if any one of the charges opposite nature, then what happens, sir? Let us check that also. If any one of the charge is opposite charge, let us take any one charge. Which charge shall I take? I'll take yeah, this charge is negative. I'll take this is first only. Okay. Then here this is also q. This distance is a. Now how much force will be there on a charge at point B? At point B, a charge is there. On this charge, how much force is there due to all these remaining three charges? Again, same concept. Due to charge at C, force is repulsive force in this direction. Value how much, sir? Value is K Q1 Q2 means Q square by distance between them is A square. Directly I am writing there only. A simple format. Okay. Next, due to this charge on this, which type of force will be there? Attractive force means in this direction. It is attractive force in this direction. How much force are again K Q1 Q2 by A square, Q square by A square. Values are same but directions are different. Okay, sir, fine. And due to this plus Q charge, force in which direction? The force is in this direction, sir. What is the value, sir? Value is again K Q1 Q2 square divided by distance between these two how much? √2 times of A whole square. Now we are having three forces. Three forces are like this. Add them according to vectors. This value is K Q square by A square. This value is K Q square by A square. This value is K Q square by 2A square. √2 square is 2. Okay. As we know, these two are making 90 degrees angle. Resultant of these two will be exactly at 45 degrees. You know. How much, sir? √2 times of K Q square by A square. Now this is not there. These two are not there now. Now two forces. One is like this, another one is like this. This value is √2 times of K Q square by A square, and this value is K Q square by 2A square. Okay? Yes. This is the horizontal axis. Let us suppose. Now what to do, sir? Simple technique. This is exactly 45 degrees. Yes, we know. This is also exactly 45 degrees. Resolve them into components. Resolve them into components. You will get the answer. Are you getting, students? Yes. I am resolving this value. Let us take this total value is something F1. This total value, let us take something F2. Okay. Resolve into components. In this direction, this value here is F1 cos 45. And in this direction is F1 sin 45. This vector I am resolving into its component. Again this vector F2 making 45 degrees angle here. Again its component is F2 cos 45. And this value is F2 sin 45. 45 degrees value how much you know? 1 by √2. Okay. These two will add up and these two will subtract. You will get two vectors in right angle triangle again. Two vectors perpendicular to each other. Again take resultant, you will get the final answer. Means this I have made somewhat complicated. Okay, if I want to make it somewhat easier for you, then what I can do is this is also negativity. It will become very easy now. If you make this is also negative, then what happens? See, directions will change. That's it. What happens? See, this force is in this direction. This force is in this direction. Attractive force. Value is kq square by a square. Whereas this force is in this direction only. Kq square by 2a square, because root 2 is there. Now these two forces are in this direction. Resultant of these two will be in this direction. How much? Root 2 times of kq square by a square. Are you getting, students? Clear? This value, f you take. These two are perpendicular to each other. This is f and this is also f. Resultant of these two is in this direction. That is root 2 times of f. Root 2 times of f value is kq square by a square. And however, now these two are not there. However, one more is there in this direction. That is kq square by 2a square. Which is more? This is more. This minus this you need to do. F net is equal to root 2 times of kq square by a square minus kq square by 2a square. This will be the net force. Means kq square by a square take common, you will get root 2 minus 1 by 2. This will be the answer. Okay. So this type of problems in a beginner box 2, students, beginner box 2 are there. Once you solve them, remaining still many concepts are there, I will discuss. Okay. I hope you understand today's class. If you practice that beginner boxes and illustrations, you will understand. Yes. What are why you are raising hand? Okay, good. So this is for today's class. Thank you.